What up? Hey, Stan. Hey, Stan, can you tell me, did you just get the live notification, or, you know, whatever it is, did you just get indication that I was live? Hey, Mayhem with the first. Did you just get the live notification, Mayhem? I'm trying to... You are here. I see you. It's true. Bills or Chiefs? I would rather the Bills win. I would prefer the Bills to win. Hey, SK. Hey, Tyler. Hey, Technique. Yeah, did you guys just get the live notification? I asked because I went live 5 minutes ago. Yes, okay, so I'm still trying to figure out, this restream program did a really annoying and tedious update recently, and I'm still kind of trying to figure it out. So I went live at 8 o'clock on the dot. But I went and I got my drink and I came back after a couple of minutes and it showed that I was streaming, but it didn't show that I was live. So I pressed a different button and then it said you're streaming now. So I don't know. It was kind of weird. We're good, I guess. We're good. YouTube does notify. Okay. Okay. So it must have been... I had something turned off. So basically, there's an edit button in my OBS now that previously didn't exist. And I edited the title and then I unchecked it so it's saved. But I guess that turned it off, so I had to turn it back on and then it worked. Whatever. It's annoying, I guess. But we're here, and that's all that matters. And it looks like there's not many of us here on SOCOM. WTF. Tyler, how are you? Tyler's here. I hope we lose. You hope the Bills lose? You want the Bills to lose, SK? Is this like some reverse psychology stuff? You hope you lose, but in reality, you're hoping that you win? I asked YouTube to notify me for other streams, and I don't know how it works, but it's not through PC. Okay, I don't know then. Oh, give me one moment. Nothing. We've beat them the last 3 years, then lose in the playoffs. All right, so you want to win you want to lose the regular season and win in the playoffs. I get it. How about you guys just sweep them? Just do that. Just sweep them. Banged up Bill though, yeah. Do you guys play the Bills next? The Chiefs. Do you guys play the Chiefs next? Hey Javi, go Bills, says Javi. Javi, do you guys play the Chiefs next? Is that like an upcoming game? This week. Oh. Is it like a Monday night game? What's the deal? Hey, SK. 4 p.m. game. Oh, okay. Kind of a primer. Everyone on Twitch, give Rather a follow and subscribe to help support him on Twitch. Everyone on YouTube, hit that subscribe button with your car or truck and smash, all caps, the like button with brass knuckles, baseball bat, and hammer. I'll send Tommy Versetti to your house to save his game with a cassette tape. You will not believe this, Tyler. You might believe this, actually. You will probably believe this, and you will find it funny. Check this out, Tyler. Wait for it, Tyler. Tyler, you better be paying attention. Hey, hi, Dodd. Hello. You obviously recognize what that is. I'm playing on PC. Dak showing off his. Yeah, exactly what I'm doing, Rav. Hey, Rav. I want to play SOCOM, but I'm at work. Why not do both? I don't really care because the division's locked up already. Home field would be cool, but it doesn't really matter. Is the division really already locked up? I have got to get off at 1 p.m. Eastern. Oh, 10 p.m. Eastern. How are you doing, Hi Dodd? Hey, lick my shoe. I'm just gonna ready up. I don't know. Oh, my controller turned off again because they're taking too long. LA area, then back down. That's good. They have like a 5-game lead. Yeah, you probably. I mean, I doubt the Dolphins are gonna creep up, but that is a possibility. I'm sorry, I was just finding something. Who you in on the Tyson fight? Anybody who bets against Mike Tyson probably deserves to be punched in the face themselves. Yeah, I meant 10. I figured that's what you meant. Who do you have? And you're obviously referring to the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight, right? Whoops. Mike Tyson, I love it, Rav. Hey, Wing. As it should be. Hey, Rodger, hey, Baxter, you should play one of the SOCOM PC mods. What is the SOCOM PC mod? Well, what do you mean? Do you mean like, Insurgency? Not tonight, Hi Dodd. Probably Saturday. So what I do, Hi Dodd, is I primarily stream this game It's called SOCOM. Not this specific SOCOM game, but there's a few different SOCOM games. But I primarily stream these SOCOMs. But I used to also stream SOCOM on Saturdays, but now I'm making my Saturdays anything but SOCOM Saturdays is what I'm calling them. So maybe Saturday. Pick a bomb. I want. I don't know my Pauls. I don't know either. I know more than I want to know. I just hope that whichever Paul that is gets knocked the fuck out. Is there anything yet on the SOCOM for it? No, I haven't heard anything yet recently, Javi. And I hope Jones loses. What do you mean Jones? Wait, what? John Bones Jones? I hope Tyson, but wouldn't be shocked. You wouldn't be shocked if Tyson lost? SK? Who's the guy that's working on it? Snake. Snake and the PS1 community is what they're called. Hey, Tim. I know. Yeah, but he... Go Tyson. Yeah, but he's almost 60. And he probably knows how to freaking knock a person like Jake Paul out in like one punch. You know? Yeah, he's a 60. Yeah, he's almost 60, but he is a person who knows how to box. You know, like... It doesn't matter. Like, Jake Paul doesn't have the experience that, like, Mike Tyson would have. Obviously, like, that's no, like, surprise to anybody that he doesn't have the experience. But, Mike Tyson knows how to box. He just knows how to do it, you know? Tyson is old, but Jake Paul couldn't beat people his own age. Yeah, that's also true. Stamina will be the issue with Mike. If stamina even becomes a factor, you know? That's if it even becomes a contributing factor. Like, they may not even get that far. Bookie, they're backing Jake Paul slightly. Yeah. Wouldn't they do that because if Jake Paul loses, they... I don't pay attention to, like, gambling or wagers or anything. If they're backing Jake Paul slightly and he loses, don't they get more money? What happens? It's a one-hit match. That would be amazing. I would love that. That would be so funny. I'll be right back. The baby's trying to roll over to the heater. I think Jake Paul can take a hit, but I don't know. I mean, you would hope he could. Like, it'd be stupid. Like, it'd be dumb for him to be like in this whole boxing stuff if he couldn't. It looks like the character on screen gets sit on a chair. Oh, really? He was taking a break. He was. Ah! I get team kill? No, he's on the other team. If Tyson makes it to mid round and puts it on him. Yeah. I wouldn't bet against Mike Tyson. I don't care that he's almost 60. You could probably make the argument You could probably make the argument that he's almost 60. He's mentally not all there from having his head beat in his whole life. So Jake Paul could punch him in the face, and Mike Tyson would just...
Bomb defused.
Probably will not be an issue. Do you want... Like, I wouldn't... I don't care. Like, you gotta be some stupid to, like, take a fight against Mike Tyson. Has he not seen The Hangover? The only way Mike Tyson would lose if he got a heart attack. Yeah. No joke. No joke. If that would be, like, the most likely way that he would lose. She's becoming too powerful. She is. Our daughter is becoming a troublemaker. And when I say our daughter, I'm not specifically saying mine and my wives. I mean our daughter, chat. We're all a family. My wife just gave me a look. They contributed in other ways. His trainer and coach wouldn't let the fight go ahead unless they thought he was... Oh, and that's exactly right, too. Like, as much as we want to joke about Mike Tyson being 60 years old and heart attack and everything, the fight wouldn't be happening if he wasn't medically cleared to do so. There's no way in the world that they would want anything to do with possible Mike Tyson. Ah! Oh. Nobody in the world would want anything to do with Mike Tyson having a freaking heart attack. Well, I hope it is SK because it won't be an early KO because I bet you nobody wants it to be an early KO. The only people who want that are like us, people who are like, fuck that guy. The only people who don't want it to be an early KO are the people who make money from the K-Man. Hey man, I haven't heard from you for a day or so. What is the deal? Double kill. How was Halloween and costumes? We didn't do anything in Halloween because our baby was a little bit under the weather. Whoa, what? Wow. Hey man, are you home yet? Our baby has officially gotten to the age where you just can't take your eyes off her because she rolls into all the worst places. She was trying to roll into a heater a few minutes ago. I had to go and take her away from it, and she was like laughing, trying to roll into a heater. Now she's trying to roll over a metal pipe. One room, hold baby, one arm fending the dog. Oh, okay. One arm holding the baby, one arm fending the dog. So that means you're home. When did you get home? Did a package arrive? Slow to message. I imagine you're using like one finger. Oh, Lord. Ah! Oh, it's Rutger. What? You're a banana. Monday night. Box showed. Not open. Well, good. They got home Monday night. Jesus. Oh my god. No. She was basically under a chair. Fire, bad. Fire, bad. No, fire, good. Cold. Cold, bad. Fire, good. Mm-hmm. So, K-Man, are you off work for a period of time? Does your workplace offer paternity leave? Six weeks. Are you taking the 6 weeks immediately? So, for example, my workplace gave me 8 weeks, and I was able to take them in up to 3 different periods, but no less than 2 weeks at a time. So I took 2 weeks at the beginning, and then I waited until Liz's leave was over, and then I took the remaining time. That way we just kind of maximized. We just maximized home time. So then I watched her by myself for 6 weeks. Mama went out, she was, you know, gambling and just living it up, I imagine. I assume. She claims she was at work. I don't believe it. Took it starting last Sunday. And you're taking all of it at once? How long is Jordan out? Have you discussed that? I'm gonna sneeze. Ah! Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, okay, I'm good. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Uh-oh.
Bomb planted.
Oh, wow, that is very bad that they just spawned there. I hope that guy's over there. I think we're okay.
Demolition successful.
Link Squad, ready to play! I count on you, best friend. Effin' cluster feeding. What? Effin' cluster feeding. Respawn on SOCOM. I know Tim. Tim. I'm just here. Off to bottle chat later. Off to bottle chat later. Okay. I'll count on you. Best friends. Best friends. Best friends. Best friends. Ooh, 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 ooh. You and me. We're friends forever. Oops. You can count on me, then I'll count on you. Best friends, best friends. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, Stick. How's it? How's it going? It's going well. How are you doing? You can count on me, and I'll count on you. Best friends. How are you? Good, good. Glad to hear. Good, good. Excellent, excellent. Oh. You can count on me. Yeah. I'm a caged demon, on stage screaming like rage against the machine. I admit that I'm a fiend. Picking up while the record is spinning. What's it? Chewing up while the record is spinning. Clinically brain dead. I don't need a second opinion. Don't take me for a joke, I'm no comedian. Too many mental problems got me snoring coke and smoking weed again. Driving on the curb, riding on the median. Something door, but I don't got the keys to get in. So if you see me on a block with 2 blocks being fucked the word like Tupac, I just don't give a fuck. So put my tape back on the rack. Run and tell your friends my shit is whack. I just don't give a fuck. I think I'm trapped inside, chat. How old is your shirt? Honestly, not that old. I actually probably bought it 1 to 2 years ago. I would be surprised if it's older than 2 years. But obviously, it's the Resident Evil 2 logo. A couple of years ago, before you rolled around, Rav, I was I'm a big Resident Evil fan. And for a little while, I was doing a big a rather large like, what is it? Mix between Resident Evil and SOCOM. I was essentially doing 2 nights of SOCOM and 2 nights of Resident Evil. And so I went out and just I ordered just a bunch of Resident Evil stuff. I also just like to have like stream shirts, I think of them as. Shirts that like make sense for a stream. That guy must have been one shot. Like, ooh no. Thanks, Red Squirrel. Yay, teamwork. Yeah. Like stream shirts, you know, like like my Zelda shirts. I have some Mario. I have a Mario shirt. I have a Hogwarts Legacy shirt. Yeah, you know, I just have shirts that like I feel like make sense for streams. For a little while, would go to like Old Navy or Kohl's or something, and I would see a shirt. I'm like, that's a good stream shirt. Oh, I thought you might have bought it back. I wish, Rav. Oh, Rav. Rav, how old do you think I am? Yeah, and my costume shirts. Yep, I was alive. I was also alive when R2 came out. I was also alive, Rav. But do you want to guess how old I was? We talked about this before. I was 6 years old. I was about 6 years old when RE2 came out.
Bomb planted.
Oh, oh yeah. So yeah, you're about a year younger than I am. Yeah. So I watched my brother play Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. I loved the game. They just scared the piss out of me. I was too afraid to play them, but I would watch him play them. What were the real 5 o'clock? 5:30ish. What's really funny is I vividly remembered so much about Resident Evil 1, and when I finally got the balls to play it, my memory was flipped. You know, my memory was flipped. Like I saw the first zombie that you encounter in Resident Evil 1 is actually on the west side of the mansion. You know, you go in the mansion, you take a left, you go into the dining room, you go through the dining room into the tea room, and that's where the first zombie is. In my memory, it was just flipped. I remembered the dining room, but I thought it was to the right. It was really weird. Rookie, Razor, Wrath, in that order. Hey, Rookie.
The seals have breached the perimeter.
That is true. Keep track. Yeah, that's just his hit list. Razor vividly remembered something, not so vividly. I vividly remembered it. It was inaccurate though. My memory was very solid. It's just my I could see it very realistically. It's just it turned out to be wrong.
The seals have breached the perimeter.
Yeah, and then I would play a little bit of Resident Evil 2 on the N64. And I was too afraid to like meaningfully go anywhere. I only ran around the RPD, and I actually played off of my brother's save, so I started in the RPD. And occasionally I'd been like, "Oh, let's venture out there," and I would just like go deeper into the RPD, and I'd run to a zombie, and I'd be like so fucking scared. I still remember the first time I made it into the STARS office, and I got the cutscene with Claire. I was playing as Leon, but I got the cutscene with Claire. And I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever done. And then I was too afraid to leave the STARS office.
The seals have breached the perimeter.
I went over to my friend's house and his brother started to play Alone in the Dark on PS1 and we watched him with the lights off. Ooh. I played the N64 version of R2. Me too. That's what we were playing it on, the N64. And that game was fucking terrifying. And then occasionally I would restart a new save. I would restart a new story. So I'd be outside in the streets and I'm like, no, this is terrible. What? Yeah? End of the world? Eric! Hey, Eric. But yeah, so I watched my brother play Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. The game scared the shit out of me, but I loved watching them. And then when I was, Rookie probably remembers. I think Rookie and I were hanging out at this point. Maybe not. Maybe this was before. I remember when I finally got the cojones to play them myself. What I did was I went down to the gas station on the run, is what the gas station was called. I bought a prepaid card, I bought a prepaid card so that I could buy the games, the PS1 classics, so that I could buy them off the PlayStation 3 store. Downloaded them and played them. Pretty big day. But a pretty big day in the Razordack household. And then I borrowed my buddy's GameCube so that I could play the Resident Evil 1 remake, which was terrifying. My first Resident Evil that I legitimately played was actually Outbreak File 1. Just one day I woke up and I'm like, oh, I'm ready. I'm ready for some Resident Evil. So I got my brother to let me borrow his copy of Outbreak File 1. And then I played Outbreak File 1, and then I played File 2, and then I was like, I need to play the originals now. And that was when I went back and bought all the PS1 classics. Yeah, I think you were around. Time flies. Did I like Zero? I don't mind Zero, but Zero is the one that I get the most easily frustrated on, which is everybody's story. Zero is just frustrating. Also, I hate the fact that Rebecca is this badass, which she is. She's an absolute badass in Resident Evil 0. At least she is by the end of Resident Evil 0. She's an absolute badass who just, you know, just went through hell. And then Resident Evil 1, which takes place immediately after Resident Evil 0. And Rebecca's like this shy girl, and she's like, I don't know. I don't want to, I'm too afraid to do anything. And it's like, you just did so much and killed so many people, and now you're like too afraid to do anything? I get it. Like, obviously, it's just Resident Evil 0 did the beginning of Resident Evil 1 dirty. She needed to take a break. Yeah, like, that's the only, like, I've had people in my comments basically say that. She was tired. She was tired, you know? She should have been, she was. Imagine if to remake Resident Evil 1, which they are rumored to do. Imagine if to make Resident Evil 1, and she is just the most capable person. Because she is. She's the most capable person out of everybody in the mansion. Because she had already gone through it. So imagine if they remake Resident Evil 1 and she's just like, oh fuck, here we go again, you know? And then you have like Chris and Jill and like Barry and Wesker, and everyone's like, what the hell's wrong with her? She's like, don't worry guys, I got this. Oh, okay, I thought I get team killed. What's the best thing about RE3 and the worst thing about it, in your opinion? Resident Evil 3, are we talking about the original RE3 or the remake? I hope they don't remake RE1. Well, I think they are. Like, that's the rumor. And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with them doing it and with them not doing it. If they remake it, I'm cool with that, because as long as they remake it the way that they remade Resident Evil 2 and 3, you know? I'm not going to turn down more Resident Evil, I'm not. I would prefer that they remake Code Veronica. But if they came out and said, yeah, we remade Resident Evil 1 and it's now like RE2 and 3, I'm like, okay. Like, well, I'm buying it day one, you know? Buying it right away. You know, that would be absolutely true. But they also don't need to, because the Resident Evil 1 remake that exists is just absolute perfection. It is the poster child for how a remake should be done. Yeah, 0 or Code Veronica is what they should be remaking. Those should be like the top of their list. Preferably between the two, preferably Code Veronica. Yeah, preferably Code Veronica, but Code Veronica is just it gets done so dirty. Oh, give me one moment. Okay. Well, she's a medic anyway. I hope they don't. Yeah. She's a medic, yes, but she's also she's been through hell and back in RE0. The OG. Okay. My most favorite thing about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Probably my most favorite thing about Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, besides the fact that I in general just really love Jill. I would say I love how you're essentially you get to explore Raccoon City in a way that you weren't able to in Resident Evil 2, you know? Because you're actually able to roam the streets, you're able to run up to you're actually able to run to the RPD and then enter it. Oh shit. I love just the fact that like you're able to see all of Raccoon City and then some, obviously. And that you're able to see like you're able to see the RPD the day before Resident Evil 2. So you're there a day early, which is kind of cool. You're able to kind of see some things that you kind of see the setup of some stuff. But I would say just being able to explore Raccoon City more than you were able to. This is combined assault rookie. Damn. And then my least favorite thing about Resident Evil 3.
Time has expired. The breach has failed.
That's a tough one, but I would probably say I hate the I don't know, that's tough. I don't like manufacturing ammo. That's kind of annoying and tedious. My stream title said what? God damn it, Twitch. Ah. Oh, there we go. I just updated
The
it.
seals have breached the perimeter.
Yep. That's actually my bad. I'm blaming Twitch, but it's actually all on me. I don't like making the ammo. I don't like remembering how I literally never remember what makes what ammo. And then I dislike how like you can annihilate Nemesis if you make ice ammo or frozen grenades. You can just destroy him almost effortlessly, and it's annoying how kind of easy it is to beat Nemesis once you have all the ingredients for the ice grenade, the ice grenades, frozen grenades, whatever. I guess that kind of speaks to how good RE3 is, the fact that I'm like struggling so hard to like find something that I dislike. Yeah, it's interesting how we can explore more of Raccoon City, while in RE2 we spent most of it. Yeah, exactly. I love that. I think it's just really cool. Because I like being able to see the other side of the RPD as well. Eric, what is your most favorite and what's your least favorite of RE3? I'm glad they brought back Rebecca and Ari Vendetta. I watched that and I do not remember at all. The only Resident Evil movie I haven't seen is Death Island, and I have it right here. It's 3 feet next to me. Yeah, I watched Vendetta and I'm just drawing a complete blank. I like how RE2 and 3 takes place. Yeah, I love that too. So for anybody who's unsure, Resident Evil 3 takes place the day before Resident Evil 2, which is like funny because you're like, but 2 is before 3. RE3 takes place the day prior to RE2. And it ends. RE3 ends the day after RE2. So it begins the day before. Wing! So RE3 begins the day before and ends the day after Resident Evil 2. In my opinion, the worst thing is only the fact that you can't play as Carlos. I mean, you can, but I wanted to play as him, like, how and to choose. Yeah, that is definitely a negative thing about RE3. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And what's your most favorite thing? Hey, Clasher, still can't join. Ah, it's okay, Clasher. Clasher, how are you? Whoops. It's all good. From Diego to the Bay. Doing alright, but I'm upset I missed out on so many comm nights. Hey man, it's school. In some funny ways. In a funny way, Clasher, like, you're doing the opposite of what I did when I was in school. I played too much SOCOM. Since most RE games you get to play as two different characters you want. But only RE3 and 4 you can play the same, while other users you can. Yeah, what is your most favorite, Eric? Favorite part about RE3? I was expecting an alarm clock sound. Posture check. Ow! You distracted me. Favorite thing about 3, I'll say Nemesis, since he really puts you in a survivor hero's aspect. Though 2 has Mr. X, but he isn't as menacing as Nemesis. That made, yes, exactly right. Mr. X was never as horrifying as the Nemesis was, because the Nemesis was able to follow you through doorways and into areas, and you'd be walking through the RPD and you'd bust through a wall and make you shit yourself. I've been interested in RE ever since encountering Chris and Jill in a crossover, but not enough yet to actually dive into it. Chris and Jill. In a crossover of what, Clasher? So Eric, do you know how Resident Evil 3 got made? Do you know the story about how Resident Evil 3 got made? Oh, thanks! Juice World 999, aren't you supposed to be dead? But not if you're driving a car and someone talks to you, do you take your eyes off the road? I just don't look at the road in general, do you? I keep my eyes off the road at all times. I don't look at the road. If you don't know your next move, then they don't know your next move. So act like a computer must be in my dreams. I got a laptop in my back pocket. But you rap like a computer must be in my dreams. I got I have a life question like that. Do you know? I heard about it, but besides 2 different teams making our game, one is making Code Veronica team. So I'll give you the very high level basics, Eric. Because I could really dive deep and just talk your ear off. Basically, okay? You had Resident Evil 1 and 2 was made. And so here we are in 1999. And Capcom is working on Resident Evil 3. Okay? They're working on Resident Evil 3. And they're working on 2 Resident Evils at the same time. Or no, they're working on 1 Resident Evil that was going to come out for that was supposed to be Resident Evil 3, and it was going to be on PlayStation 2, and they realized that it was going to take too long. It was going to take too long to make Resident Evil 3. So what they were doing is they came out with a side project Resident Evil called Resident Evil 1.9. It was called Resident Evil 1.9. And it was meant to be like a filler, you know, like it was just meant to fill the time gap, not in-game time gap, but real-life time gap between Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3. It was just meant to fill that time, because Capcom they really ran the survivor horror scene, and they were afraid that if they waited to release the next Resident Evil on PS2, they were afraid that if they waited that long, then somebody was going to come in and like encroach on their ground on the survival horror market. So they're like, we need to release a Resident Evil in between Resident Evil 2 and PlayStation 2. We need to release a Resident Evil for that. So they had this project called Resident Evil 1.9, and it was meant to be like this pretty simple, small scale Resident Evil, where it was gonna use a lot of assets from Resident Evil 2. It was gonna use a lot of assets from Resident Evil 2 to save money and time, because they only had 1 year to make it. Resident Evil, they only had 1 year to make this Resident Evil game, and so this Resident Evil 1.9 is going to be like a new characters, new people, and it's just going to be like this small project. But then the developer, Capcom, they're like, no, they're like, here's what we need to do. The Resident Evil 3 is becoming too high scale. Resident Evil 3 is becoming too high scale of a game. And they're like, so we need to release this 1.9. And they changed the name to 1.9 plus 2.1. I don't understand. It must be like some gaming industry thing. But it was literally called Resident Evil 1.9 plus 2.1. And the developer called the head developer of this Resident Evil 1.9 plus 2.1 and said, hey, you know, this is a really small scale Resident Evil game you're working on? Yeah, well, we need you to ramp it up and make it high scale, because it's going to be Resident Evil 3 now. So they went from making like this small scale Resident Evil to now being told, hey, this game that we gave you 1 year to make in this very limited budget, you need to make it a pretty big deal, because it's actually going to be Resident Evil 3. It's not going to be this offshoot of Resident Evil. It's going to be Resident Evil 3. So now they had to completely shift gears. And what they did was they changed the characters to Jill and Carlos. There's going to be like some random survivors. I believe it was. There's going to be like these random survivors. And they changed them into Jill and Carlos. And Resident Evil 1.9 plus 2.1 was supposed to end at the church. That was as far as Resident Evil went. It was supposed to end at the church. So now they needed to expand the game, and they added the Dead Factory, and so they added everything after the church. So the hospital, the park, and the Dead Factory were added, because they were like, hey, you know, you're making this, you're now making Resident Evil 3, so it has to be a really big deal. And then Resident Evil 3 became Code Veronica, because that game just became too big. And that became Code Veronica. So Code Veronica was actually supposed to be Resident Evil 3. But it's just, the story of how Resident Evil 3 came out is just very interesting. It's just a very interesting story. No, I let my instincts control the... Oh, embarrassed to say at times, but I found them in Project X Zone. Ah! Oh, wait. Wait, you found Jill and Chris? Code Veronica was originally a Sega Dreamcast game, but the Dreamcast didn't last. Capcom decided to port a PS2. Oh yeah, Eric, that has something to do with it too. That has something to do with it too, but I don't remember. But yeah, the story of it's very interesting. Wasn't it called 1.9 and 2.1 because it's just before and just after RE2? Well, goddamn, Rookie. Yeah, I think you're right, actually. That makes perfect sense. Literally never connected those dots. You're absolutely right. Wasn't it Resident Evil 1.5? I think that might have initially been like the plan for it, but that wasn't the name. Because there is a Resident Evil 1.5 out there that you can download and mess around on. Interesting, I didn't know that, Dak. You learn something new every day. Yeah, I know that I said I was going to give it to you really high level, but I dove a little bit deeper than I planned to, but there's more to it than that. But it's so interesting. It's just really fascinating, in my opinion, because Resident Evil 3 is so highly regarded in the Resident Evil community. People love it and they think it's just such a great game, which it is, absolutely. But the story of it's so funny because it was actually such a small scale game. Did anybody just catch what just happened? Anybody just catch what just happened to me? I'm gonna show you because Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Watch this. Alright, I'm gonna show you what just happened to me. Check this out. This is wild. Alright, so look at me. You pay. Look, you see that I'm outside. You see that I'm outside, right? I am outside right now. I am outside right now. People love it and they think it's just such a great game, which it is, absolutely. But the story of it's so funny because it was actually such a small scale game. Such a small scale game.
Nav point secured.
I freaking teleported, man.
Nav point secured.
What the hell? I teleported inside. Most people will say their favorite is hour 3 or 4. Oh, Eric, I am not most people. You know why? Because so I was here and I just jumped up. Can I do that again? I was right here and all I did was jump.
Nav point secured. Nav point
I can't jump right now, so I can't jump. But I was like this. How freaking weird is it that like I apparently just perfectly. Oh god, I was stuck in the wall again. Okay, that was weird. That was kind of crazy, right, Wrecker? So I love Resident Evil 3. RE3 is not my favorite. I love it. Resident Evil 2 original is my favorite. And as far as Resident Evil 4 goes, I very much disliked Resident Evil 4. I very much disliked RE4. I really did not respect RE4 until I played it again before the release of Resident Evil 4 Remake. And the only reason why I played it again was because I wanted to get myself brushed up again on RE4 before the remake came out. Because I'm like, I'm going to play the remake, but I'm just not excited for it because I didn't like RE4. And I ended up having some fun on RE4, which I didn't back in the day because I didn't like the change. I didn't like how it went from being a survival horror to really just a shooter game, because Resident Evil 4 OG is really just more of a shooter. There's so much ammo. It's really not scary. But Resident Evil 4 Remake is perfection. Resident Evil 4 Remake is just about as perfect in my mind as you can get. That was a cool glitch, right? That was wild. That's cool, not gonna lie, yeah. My favorite is RE2, yes! Reminds me of this Fireteam Bravo 2 glitch where if you're hit with an explosion while climbing something, you go flying. Well, the best glitch is a glitch that you discover on a complete accident. I'm just chilling and I'm inside the building. That's a good one. I always prefer to play as Claire, but with Leon I feel like the game's a bit more difficult. Well, it is. It's kind of funny. Claire is canon. So Claire A, Leon B is the canonical the canonical order. You know, so you play as Claire A, and then you play as Leon B, and that is the actual order of the game. But I prefer playing as Leon, so much so that when I play as Claire, I'm like lost because I know Leon's route so much that when I play as Claire, I'm like, what do I do? And technique, which is amusing because Leon is disc A, so lots of people play technique. Perfect. Technique is a big Resident Evil guy. We've been just talking about RE. Yeah, that is pretty funny, isn't it? That Leon is disc A, so lots of people play the non-canon way. Yeah, that is weird. That is weird. You could almost argue that it's not intended to be that way for canon. Yeah, and then you have so in terms of difficulty, worst oh no. I think RE2 on 64 kind of pushes you to play as Claire first. I don't remember either. But in terms of difficulty, I do think Claire is more difficult. Claire has more she has to do. Leon, you have to kind of like manage dealing with so in the original, okay, Leon deals with... Wait, no, it's actually whoever does A scenario. No. Leon deals with Birkin, and Claire deals with Mr. X. Is the original story. No, now I'm confusing myself. Claire deals with Mr. Birkin, with William Birkin, because Claire handled Sherry, and William is chasing Sherry. Technique, let me know when you're here. I'm talking myself in a pretzel, and I'm confusing myself. Resident Evil 2 Remake, the A scenario gets, the A scenario... Frying myself. It wasn't intended at the time for sure. The canon pass wasn't established yet when the game came out. Okay, so technique, remind me, is in the original, because I don't... Well, I'm trying to... No, I should... Claire gets William Burke and Leon gets Mr. X in the original, right? Like, that's just whether you do A or B, right? In the remake, A scenario gets Mr. X and B scenario gets William Birkin. I played RE2 game on PS1. I only had Claire disc. It wasn't until a few years. Oh my god, not having both discs is crazy. No, B scenario deals with Mr. X always. Okay, so A gets Birkin and B gets Mr. X. So I'm just now remembering it perfectly. Oh shit. Oh god. Leon is the one who deals with Mr. X regardless of... Yep. This is dangerous. Did I kill him? I killed him! Oh my god. Yeah, so... Which is... Yeah, so... The final fight doesn't change. Just like how at the end of... At the end of Resident Evil 2, the B scenario is the final fight with William Birkin. the A scenario, you don't get to final fight. But you do get a different fight with Mr. X. Leon is the one where fights and to deal with Mr. X, but Claire was fighting Claire. Claire fights herself. She has a whole inner turmoil thing going. God, this vehicle, I can't even hear myself think. The biggest crime with the remake of RE2 is just how the scenarios don't affect each other. Claire fighting her inner demon. Bravo, Capcom. It's kind of like how at the beginning of Resident Evil 3 remake, where Jill is like going through PTSD, but Claire just did that all of RE2. And then the game ends and it turns out she was never fighting any enemies. She was just imagining everything. It's just a big hallucination. Technique. What is your... So this was the original question. This is kind of... I'm not even sure how we got on... Oh, my shirt. My shirt. But one of the original topics was... I was asked what is my most favorite thing about Resident Evil 3 and my least favorite. So what is your... About Resident Evil 3 Nemesis? Hey, Mike Jones. How can I get Cold Front download for PS3? Who? Mike Jones? Who? So Mike Jones. I'm assuming you're the famous Mike Jones. I imagine you're the rapper. Thank you for being here, Mr. Jones. There's only two ways to get Cold Front for PS3. The legitimate way is to own it or to game share with somebody. The other way is to get Hen, which is Hen. Hen. It's like a soft jailbreak. So you do have to jailbreak your PS3 to an extent, and then download Cold Front. Of course, I don't condone this. I would never do that myself. I would never do that myself, of course. That's ridiculous. I have the bomb. I should probably go plant it. Like how in Silent Hill the characters fight their entity. Yeah. Technique recently played through Silent Hill Remake. The extra mechanics are fun. 180 turn and dodge with quick shooting too, even though that's a glitch and not a feature. Quick shooting. Wait. Is it quick shooting like in Resident Evil 2 quick shooting? Wait, no, Resident Evil 1 quick shooting? For Chris with the handgun? Ow. Negative would probably be how short the second half is. Yeah, the second half goes by super quick. Which, the second half probably goes by so quick. When you say second half, you mean after the church, right? Yeah, the game to be longer would be great. Hey, Private Pile. I played all four. Yeah, I saw that. I never watched Beyond Silent Hill 2 because I still haven't played Beyond SH2. Yeah, pretty close to one quick shooting. Yeah, man. I never realized you could do quick shooting in RE3. I've also never actually tried to speedrun RE3. That's nice. What's your favorite game technique? Favorite Silent Hill game? Probably the... Yeah, I've only played the first two Silent Hills. I really like them, but Maybe I'd have to play them both more than once to be able to definitively say I prefer SH2 over 1. Do you know anyone who could game share? I'll pay. Been playing Confrontation. I can't access my old account I had downloaded on, or any tips how to recover an old PlayStation account. I don't know anyone who would be willing to game share. I tried game sharing with a friend of mine and it didn't work. So I don't know if game sharing just doesn't work anymore. But that used to be the way. I know Hen sounds daunting. I do it for Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies. I have Hen for Call of Duty Black Ops 1 Zombies. The family's doing well, Pile. How are you? I did a 100% RE3 run during Halloween 2. All Nemesis kills and all files. Have you done knife only with Nemesis? Because I saw somebody do that, and I legit, it was like 30-minute fights of knifing him, and I'm like, this is honestly just not even entertaining. I know that it was talked about how cool it would be if the first SOCOM games had co-op like CA. That would be pretty cool. Can you imagine first three RE games had co-op? That would be pretty cool. You're welcome, Mike Jones. What I would probably recommend, Mike. You don't have a gaming PC, do you? Ooh, gee, this is a guy over there. Only in a few different fights during practice, not during a real run. Yeah, I used to hang out with a lot of people who played RE3. Resident Evil in general. And then I actually... Technique, do you talk to a lot of people? So Twitch almost had like a Resident Evil like scene of people. Do you know what I mean? The siege took me like 40 minutes. Wait, what is the siege? It's pretty boring, yeah, like when I soloed DT. Why am I blanking on what DT means? No. Okay. If you had a gaming PC, playing Confrontation on emulator, it's so easy to get cold front. You're doing well, that's good to hear. Hey Mayhem. Desperate. Oh yeah, Desperate Type. Jesus Christ. The RP. Yeah, no, I remember. Remember when I played that with you, Technique, and I got pulled out to window? Which RE game was it with the monster elephant? Outbreak File 2 Wild Things. Wild Things. Mayhem, this is Technique's on. I used to carry him in Resident Evil Outbreak. I taught him everything he knows. Yeah, it's Outbreak File 2, and the scenario is called Wild Things. Knifing the elephant's pretty free too, just takes a while. Yes. Sounds like a nightmare. It's cool and creepy, absolutely. And really annoying, the hyenas. Yeah. Man, like, I remember watching you teach him everything. I love how the car just comes to a dead stop. Uh-oh, I got automated by telling you to... Oh, you did. Well, first of all, you certainly did not say screw yourself. You certainly did not say screw yourself. Yeah, we did. We took some cool pictures. Oh yeah. Technique, I don't know if you answered my question. So Twitch has like a Resident Evil, almost like a Resident Evil scene, you know, where it's like, if you play enough Resident Evil, if you look around enough, you're gonna start finding the same people, and they all know each other. Do you know? Do you know what I'm talking about? I always thought Code Veronica had the best intro. What about you? I think Code Veronica has a really good intro. With Claire running through the that building with the helicopter chasing her. I would say it's over the top. It's too action packed, but at least the game itself isn't like action packed, or not action packed. The game itself isn't like Hollywood movie action hero. I wish I didn't miss this one, since there were respawn games. Oh, do you really like to respawn, Clasher? I remember all of the time we had. Yeah, I know a few people now already seen. Don't really talk to them though. Alright, I'm glad. So the reason why I asked Technique, because for a while, I was really trying, like, so I know all of them, and all of them know me, you know? But they're almost like this, they're almost like this little fucking boys club. They're not all boys, but you know what I mean? It's almost like this little fucking boys club, and it's so irritating. They're like this little fucking boys club, and they're all like, you can't get into this little group unless, yeah, absolutely. Oh my god, Technique, yes. They're arrogant, they're full of themselves, they have their own little club. Yeah. And I'm gonna fucking drop names, I don't care. Matt RPD, do you know who that is? Nice lean shot with it. Thank you, Park. So Matt RPD, okay? Not last year, but probably the year before. I was trying really hard to just be like in the Resident Evil, like, you know, almost like to be like a part of that group, if you will. And I was friends with everybody, familiar with everybody. Everybody knew me. I knew everybody. And the reason why I bring up Matt RPD is because I was literally his _1 follower according to Twitch metrics. You know how at the end of the year, Twitch is like, who was your most viewer, your most chatter, your most interactive? I was his #1. I didn't even realize I was in his fucking stream that much. I don't really like the guy that much, but you know, I was playing the game. You know what I mean? I was playing the game. But I was this guy's #1, get your lean on, I fucking am. Yes, sir. I was this guy's #1, like, Twitch follower based on, like, Twitch's own metrics. And I could not have felt any less respected by that guy. You know what I mean? Like, the dude made me feel like a fucking stranger all the time. I guess trying to be validated by a group was your first mistake. So I wasn't trying to be validated. I just wanted to be involved with this group of Resident Evil people because I love Resident Evil and I just wanted to be around all these other Resident Evil people. And honestly, selfishly, I knew that if you could be a part of their group, then it opens the door for you to get more exposure in the Resident Evil community. You know what I mean? In the streaming community. It just gets you further. You know? So, like, that was, like, my end goal was, you know, just to try to, like, get myself involved in that so that you could just be a part of it. Yeah, I never... I would not validate by them. Fucking by those losers. God, fuck that. Especially when you, like, I'm so, Technique, you're awesome, man. I love you, Technique. I'm glad you found me when I was playing Outbreak. But, yeah, fucking, they're just like this boys club, they're like a little clique. There's Matt RPD, there's, Snake SOCOM. Just all these people that I was so, like, I spent so much time hanging out with them, chatting with them. There were times where I was their only chatter, you know? There would be nobody talking, but I would be just, like, hanging out, talking to them. Being just, like, a really good viewer and all that shit. Yeah, I know all of them. Yeah, I know all the names. They have been in my recommended tab. Yeah, I get so annoyed when they show up on my recommended tab. Never clicked a single one. Fuck, that's right. Yes. They just don't feel authentic. They feel so fake. You know? The only way you can be involved in their little clique, honestly, you have to be a freaking super subscriber, super bits and all that shit. If you're not monetarily helping them, they don't give a fuck. I got a camera for my PS5 and want to start streaming, but I don't know how to get people to actually watch me. It's very difficult, Pyle. It really is. And I'm going to be honest, it's not for everybody. But if you genuinely want to stream, consistency. I'm not saying, like, go out there and make a schedule and be like, I'm streaming every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm not saying do that. But stream relatively often. Hey, Shins, I never got into 3/CA from SOCOM II, but I do believe CA... I agree with that, Shins. I'm back, and what are we hating on? the Resident Evil Twitch Boys Club. What did you call it, Technique? The little club. They're like a little club. That's the thing, though, isn't it? When you get big enough, people start becoming numbers. Exactly right. And it's so annoying. And it's disappointing because, you know, you want... The only person who I ever felt... out of that Resident Evil, club, probably the only person who I ever, felt genuinely liked by, who just felt like a really genuine person. God, I need to find his name. Never heard of this boys club. It's just kind of like, there's like this like almost like club of Resident Evil streamers on Twitch that they're not actually in a club. They kind of are because there's Team RPD and stuff. But there's just like a group of Resident Evil streamers who fucking like jerk each other off, basically. They just stroke each other. I'm gonna find the name of this guy. What was his name? I do want to find him. He was a really good guy. I got sick of watching him. I'm not jerking anyone off, just so you guys know. That's exactly what a person who was actively doing that would say. What are you hiding? He was definitely a foreign streamer. I can't remember his name. If I ever remember it, I'll tell you. But he was a really nice guy. He used to give me some weird nickname, and he was so funny. I need to join the boys club so Dad can hate me. Oh, I dislike you already. No need to join. Roger that, Wraith. I'll be back quiet. Oh, you don't need to be quiet about anything. So if you were successful in your endeavor with them and got bigger and bigger because of that, we wouldn't be having this real talk at all, would we? My messages would drown in a sea of messages. You might be right. I'd be like, hold on, everybody, shut the fuck up. What's this Technique guy trying to say? I need to see what he's saying. I just love how Rob's like, just to be clear, nobody's asking, but just so there's no confusion, I'm not jerking anyone off. I'm just playing devil's advocate for the lulz, just grilling. I know, Tech. 100 to 200 seems to be the sweet spot. After that, chat is nothing but spam. Yeah, when I got raided by Aiden a few years ago and I had 4,000 viewers, that was a goddamn nightmare. It was a nightmare. As far as the part, yeah. And then those big streamers, they have to do like super slow chats. No offense, them type of people are the prideful nerd clans. Well, hey Rucker. No. So it's almost like Technique said it right when he called them a arrogant, full of themselves little club. No offense, them type of people. My hand only touches me. If you say so. Oh, so that's game. I need to find out who I might have blocked. After a certain point, I started blocking people because I got sick of them showing up in my stuff. How do I see who I blocked? To rap like a computer must be in my dream. Privacy. Wow, I've blocked a lot of people. But to be fair, the people I blocked are pieces of shit. Like harassers. Oh, maybe I didn't block them. Oh yeah, I did get MVP. I did. I didn't even look. I've had such a great time on Twitch and small community that starts feeling a job. Yeah, exactly, Shins. Ah! No, you're exactly right. Yeah, like, it's really up to you to start, like, figuring out who's authentic and who's not authentic, you know? Hey, how do you feel? Do you know who Matt DeRock is? Tech? Yeah, I've been having fun here. I'm here for the games and some banter, and it's been fun. I'm glad. Have you ever watched him? So he... Oh, God. I just looked up Resident Evil God Run, and he's at the top of the list. Matt DeRock. I don't like him. He's a camera... So, I don't dislike him because he doesn't stream with a camera. I dislike him because he is very much so, like, I would say arrogant, and I would even say disrespectful to his viewers. I remember one time I was watching him, the dude he gets so mad. He just like gets so raged. I remember I was watching him one time. He had like 200 plus viewers, and he got so mad at the game he just cold ended his stream. We're like sitting here like, what the hell just happened? I really cannot respect anybody that disrespectful to their viewers. It's one thing. It's one thing if it's like 10, 15 viewers, you know? But the dude had hundreds of viewers. Like, yeah, get mad at the game, that's fine. But to just end the game, where I'm like, what the hell just happened? Snooky Shogun. Do you recognize that name? If you can't see the messages, then no one sees your messages. Yeah, so I actually like him. He's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. He is, he used to call me, he used to give me a nickname. I popped into his stream on the day that he ultimately ended up completing his first God run. And I kept joking with him that I'm like, all I'm saying is you've never completed a God run until I got here. So like every time I popped in, he's like, Razor's here, and he would like Razor Ramon. I don't understand. He called me Razor Ramon. Razor Ramon with his foreign accent that he had. That I actually liked it a lot. But eventually, you know, I just... He's a part of that group, and like eventually it just got too annoying to hang around, so I left it. Razor... Was he really Shins? Is that true? So that's a real person? Razor Ramon made his in-ring debut August 8th, 1992. He was a WWE wrestler. Ha! Well, you know what? That's funny. Razor, what do you think about Suck My Turban? Did you get along with him? He seemed to be pretty cool and funny. I agree he's a funny guy, but he made a video about me. Making fun of me for being such a nerd about Resident Evil SOCOM 4. He was a funny guy, I will admit he was a funny guy. But when I was like 16, he made a video about me. No, he was WF. I don't know the difference. But yeah. There's no one in here? He's okay. So the reason why he made the video about me, Kyle, was because before SOCOM 4 released, I was like a really big, supporter of Resident Evil, of SOCOM 4. I kept like telling everybody it's gonna be amazing. Zipper's gonna make the game good again. You know, all that stuff. And he was very much against Resident Evil, SOCOM 4. God, I keep saying Resident Evil 4 because I keep saying 4. He was very much against SOCOM 4. and I was very much for SOCOM 4 before it released, of course, and he did not like that. I don't think he was jealous. I mean, what would he be jealous of? I had no presence online at all. I think he just hated the fact that I was so positive about it. Dude, SOCOM 4, I don't know if any game ever made me more depressed. Ah, what a disappointment. I guess if you see Twitch as a part-time job or something, you have a different perspective. What do you mean? I don't feel like it's a part-time job. As soon as you start seeing Twitch as a part-time job or a job in general, it becomes much more serious and much easier to in her bed. It becomes much easier to lose sight of having fun, and easier to get frustrated when the viewers, subscribers, whatever, when those start coming in or aren't coming in fast enough. Disrespect is disrespect while they hide behind their humor. Yes. Well, I mean, I never felt disrespected by Snooki Shogun. I didn't feel like he was disrespectful. But I don't know. It was really annoying to like in some way I was a bigger YouTuber than a lot of them, and I tried joining Team RPD because I was like, if I can get into that group, you know, yada yada, and they rejected me. No is no difference between RE4 and SOCOM 4. No difference. Yeah, it sucks the fun out of everything. It does. Like, as soon as, exactly, it sucks the fun out of it. If there's a difference between if it's your part-time or full-time job because the numbers are coming in and the money's coming in, then you're like, oh, you can have fun while making money. But as soon as you're like, as soon as money is like your primary concern, where you're like, oh man, if I don't hit this number this month, I can't pay rent, then yeah, you're gonna probably be frustrated. There was no difference between Resident Evil 4 and SOCOM 4. That's exactly right. Put them side by side. What are you doing? Where are you going? Must get the heater. How's she what? What is she doing? My character is too sick. How is that guy still alive? Well, if you stream and make a lot of money, then invest that money so the stream will be your... Yeah, oh. Let me get on top of that. I will get on that immediately, Rav.
Seals have been eliminated.
Rav's like, what if you just made more money?
Mercenaries win.
Ah, good. Just make more money, and things will be less frustrating. I never got to play S4 online. I missed out. I hope they will. They're working on it. If you have a PS3 private pile, which you do, SOCOM 4 will soon be playable again. I won't say soon. At some point. SOCOM 4 will be playable again at some point. Ah, baby feet. Ah, baby legs, baby feet. Like, what's going on here? I will also be right back.
Mercenaries have been eliminated. SEALs victorious.
Hey, who let him kill me? Who did this? Then I will... Oh, you too, Rav? I believe in them to do so. Well, they're definitely working on it. Nah, it's just no details at all, unfortunately. Give me mag or give me death. I mean, just give me mag. If you don't give me mag, I don't want to die. I'll just play something else. But I would like mag. Give me mag, please. Give me mag or give me something else. Woo!
Mercenaries have been
Oh, my camera's off because the baby's in my hand.
SEALs
Mama's brushing her
victorious.
teeth. You don't remember. I only played the campaign and played one match of the multiplayer. We talked about this before. Rav, we've never talked before. You're lying. This is your first time in my stream. I don't know you. I don't know, Rutger. I have no idea what happened to Comm Night Room. I don't know if like they abandoned it or if it just crashed. All of a sudden, I was the like only guy in there. If you do not give your life to righteousness, that life belongs to Satan. Well, then you pretty much answered the question for me, Ryan. Yep, this is my first time, but I'm trying to brainwash you. You just go into people's streams and start talking to them and be like, you start talking to them as if you have like this long history. Like you have this long history of talking with them. And then they're just like, yeah, I remember all of this, yep. Yeah, I remember all these things you're telling me. Yep, these are true things you're saying. Just warm-up room is up. Yeah, I know, I'm in there. I don't want that sniper rifle. What am I doing? I am many men and no man at the same time. I am many and none at the same time. Disconnected from game? Fuck you, I am. Disconnect for network? Fuck you, I am. Like hell, I'm disconnected from everything. Get out of here. Connection failure, cannot connect to the server. Fuck, like fuck I am. Logging off, like fuck I am. Okay, Rav, whatever trickery you're doing, very funny. If you have downloaded a SOCOM Command Installed update from SOCOM Command Installed Online, do not remove the memory card 8 MB for PlayStation 2 containing the update during game loading operations, as this may result in a load error and return the game to SOCOM Command Installed title menu. X continue. Like hell I am. I think the game won't hear you if you swear at it. I'm no expert. Ah, good point. As soon as you start verbally berating, it just shuts down, and that's my bad. Same happened here. Had to start the emulator again? Well, shit. I'm hacking Dax Internet as we speak. I knew it. Hacker man, Ravneo. I don't know what she did. I don't know what sorcery you're doing. She like it with me. Like, here. I will hack your internet and take over your stream and pretend to be you. They won't notice. As long as you wear a fake mustache. Just get a wig. You'll have more hair than I normally do. You'll have more hair than I normally do, and you'll be wearing a mustache, and they're like, I actually don't remember what Dak looked like. They're like, this person says he's Dak. I'm gonna believe him. Sick. It's like if a coworker has glasses on, but you can't remember. Is this normal them or not normal them? I can't place them. Ooh. Ah, man. If we can't get into the room, that may be the end of the night. Selenia. What's going on Twitch? But to rap like a computer must be in my jeans. I got a laptop in my back pocket, my pen up to walk when I have cock. It made a fat knot off this rap profit, made a living in a killing off. Ever since Bill Clinton was still in office with Monica Lewinsky falling on his nutsack. Killable still all like a lot. I'm out. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Pile. This might be the end of it, unfortunately. If it looks like CA is DOA. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Pile. Love you too, brother. This is a shame. It's a shame. There's just not a lot of people. We'll give it a few more minutes, Rav, and hope for the best.
How disappointing.
That was not expected. Kind of scared me. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't.
No clue, darling.
No, we ain't gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore. I sort of feel like we're taking it. Ah. 15 is warm up. Hey, what's up, Cloud? What do you mean 15 is warm up? Oh, hey, look at that. I think you're saying 15 in warm up. No, there's 14. Now there's 15. We've got the right to choose. And what? Yeah. No, I get it now. I'm picking up what you're putting down. This will probably be the finale of the stream. Whoa, my guns are shaking. Look at that, they're vibrating. Oops, I just put a thermal scope on there. Maybe not in the Ari Boys Club, but in a match of SOCOM. Look at that, you're in deck. Yes! Maybe not in the Ari Boys Club, but in the match of SOCOM. Well, I mean, I have a thermal scope on my 5.52, so who's the real winner here? And there ain't no way we're losing it. Well, ow! Well. Fuck. The other team? Wait, what about the other team? What about them? Are you winning, son? Actually, yes, it looks like we are. Yeah, we are winning. The game of life.
Mercenaries have been eliminated. SEALs victorious.
Yeah, look at us. We're matching. I've never heard of them. What kind of music do they play? Hey, I got him though.
The mercenaries have been eliminated. SEALs victorious.
It's a 70s and 80s rock, probably best known for the song Walk of Life and Money for Nothing. I wonder if I'd recognize them. Here I am. You Google them, you have no idea where they are? Okay, well, I probably will not either. Gonna rock you like a hurricane.
Mercenaries have
Chill.
been eliminated.
Oh no, we were winning. We were
Seals
winning
victorious.
until you asked if we were winning, and we are no longer winning. Scorpion, cool man, I love it. Yep. Yay, I'm here for this one. Oh, Fox Dragon, you joined in on the last one. Hey, Foxy. Ooh, Foxy lady. God damn it.
Mercenaries have been eliminated. Seals victorious.
Oh no. Take me to the magic. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night where the children of tomorrow dream away. I'm assuming it's a song. That was some 18 plus content screener deck. That was supposed to be on my OnlyFans, but it snuck through. The SOCOM teabag is best teabag. Sometimes the block slips through, yep. All right, one on Jesus. Yeah, this is probably the. That's probably it. This is probably the night.
The mercenaries have been eliminated.
Wow. Do you remember when we were winning and Rab said, "Are you winning?" and then we no longer winning? Well, no, my Wednesday streams are usually a little bit on the shorter end. Yeah, see, like I'm looking at it right now, actually, like 2 hours and 19 minutes, hour 54, 2:11. Hour 57. Yeah, this is right on power. It's my Friday and my Saturday stream that can go a little bit longer. It's because I have to go into the office tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry, Fox. Yeah, my Wednesday streams, I usually have a little shorter. I know your Wednesday streams are short. You're short. Sorry. I lash out when I'm Sorry. I lash out when I'm nervous. Oh. Hey, here's what I'm gonna do. On Twitch, I'm gonna raid Katana. Huh. I'm gonna raid Katana on Twitch. He is playing SOCOM II. Hey, just two options, irrational fear, exuberance. Howdy, I'm actually on my way out. I'm sorry. I'm also gonna do a Discord chat with my buddy who just got out of the hospital. He just had a baby. Oh. See? I didn't even have to make the decision. The game made the decision for myself. Have you played Far Cry? I actually have Far Cry 6 installed on my PC right now. I'm gonna uninstall that because Far Cry 6 is bad. Yes, I've played Far Cry 2. Never finished it, what a nightmare. But I love Far Cry 3, 4, 5, and Primal. Hey, but thanks for popping in, just two options. I appreciate you. The game told you to stop. It did. The game's like, you're done. You're done. That's what the game said. So here's what I'm gonna do. Twitch? No, I do not love Far Cry 6. I've tried playing it 3 separate times. I can't get into it. I've tried playing Far Cry 6 3 times. I just can't get into the game. Am I sure? Well, now that you mention it, maybe I do love the game so much. Yeah, I canceled it because now we're talking. You're accusing me of loving Far Cry 6 and I can't stand for that. Can't stand for this. How dare you? Alexa, turn off the living room light. Saw you up via PS Rewired server activity. S2 then. Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'd love to hear it. I heard it. You did say you love Far Cry 6. I heard it. I clipped it. God damn it. Alright, Twitch. I'm gonna raid Katana. He's playing SOCOM 2. YouTube. That's it. I'm sorry. That's all she wrote. I'm clipped in saying to the FBI. Fuck! I knew this was gonna catch up to me someday. I just knew it. I knew streaming was gonna be the death of me. I will be live on Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, SOCOM 2 night. Saturday, I have renamed to Anything But SOCOM Saturdays. What will I be playing? I don't know. Not SOCOM, though. Sent it to Ubisoft. Ubisoft is like, how dare he love Far Cry 6? We don't even like this game. Hey, you too, Eric. Everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your Wednesday. I hope you have a great Thursday. I hope I see you on Friday. I love you all. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to go ahead and hit the raid now button. I'm not even going to press it. I'm going to let it do it. It's going to raid on its own. Yes, Fox Dragon, SCon is that bad. Yes, Fox Dragon, SCon is that bad. I should call it Anything But SOCOM Confrontation Saturdays. I will play anything but Confrontation. I guess it does kind of sound bad when you say anything but SOCOM. Anything but SOCOM. Alright. I am out of here. Have a good evening. Fox Dragon, Eric, everybody else watching my YouTube. Just two options, irrational fear, exuberance. Everybody. Alright, I'm out of here.